Keep watching for some announcements from the Evergreen Council on Problem Gambling and the International Gambling Counselor Certification Board on some important changes coming up to the exam and certification. My name is Tana Russell, Assistant Director with ECPG.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Stephanie Diaz-Morel, and I am a board member of the IGCCB. And today we're excited to share some updates and some announcements, including changes to the exam and our new certificate. All right, so just a bit of background information for those who may not be familiar. The IGCCB is the International Gambling Counselor Certification Board. So as we really have a focus that is by and large international perspectives. And we were founded in 1984 to offer voluntary international certifications and certificates to assure that you as counselors, clinicians, prevention specialists are provided with up-to-date, evidence-based information that will help inform your practice and, of course, also identify you as the professionals that you are with this certificate or certification. Our certification standards were established by the IGCCB, and they represent best practices in the field of both disordered gambling and gaming treatments. So the certification process has been updated a bit, and all of this information is also available on our website, which is IGCCB.org. So if you are interested in pursuing a certificate or certification that would highlight your expertise or increase your knowledge in gambling and gaming, this is how the process, what it would look like. You begin with reviewing the handbook in its entirety. That will give you information on the various certifications and certificates that we offer. Then you can apply, and I'm happy to say that the process of applying is all online. And so it makes it quite easy to track your progress, to see if there are any forms or steps that you're missing, as it will show you on the website live a checklist of what forms or information you will need in order to receive the certification that you're pursuing. Then you will receive scheduling information. So if you are completing a certification, there is a testing requirement for the certifications. And after you have uploaded all of the forms that are required of you, you will be approved to schedule the testing. And this is a new update that we have now. We're working with a new testing company, and everything has been automated. And it's a wonderful feature because previously we only had testing available at a testing site. Now we have in-home proctored testing as an option as well to increase the accessibility of those who may not live near a testing facility, or for a number of other factors, at home proctored testing would be more beneficial for them. Of course, in our handbook, there is also a review content outline of all of the knowledge areas that will be covered in the exam. So make sure to review that and use it as a basis to study when you are preparing for the exam. And then, of course, after you have scheduled the exam and you take the exam at either preferred method, so whether that is proctored in your home or if you are going to a testing facility, you will get the results automatically, and they will also be emailed to you. And once you pass the exam, then you will submit that through Certime, which is the online portal that we now use with IGCCB, and receive your certification or certificate shortly. So in addition to this new testing company, we do have revised international gambling exam process. And in the new handbook, you can see some of the content that we've included. We really have focused again on this globalized perspective, as this is an international certification. The testing can be scheduled 2 ways. You can do it either on site at a Prometric testing center. So there are facilities all over the world that are testing sites, and you can put in a zip code or a city, do a wide search, and you will have a return of sites where you can attend to complete the exam. So you'll go into an exam room with others who are also taking the exam, or you can sign up for an at-home online proctored exam. There are very specific instructions on the requirements, the technology requirements, if you are going to complete an at-home online proctored exam. So make sure you read through and that you meet those requirements before scheduling the at-home proctored exam. All right, and for those who would like to scan the QR code, this will take you directly to our IGCCB website with the updated handbook, where there are step-by-step instructions on everything that I've just discussed. And there's also screen share images, so it can help you for the first times that you log into CertiMe, our online system where you will be applying for your certification. You also log on to CertiMe to apply for recertification and for registering through the exam. And in this handbook, there is again that step-by-step screen share of each process so that you can follow along. And if you do have any questions, you can always reach out to us as well. And in the updated handbook, as I mentioned, there's the exam knowledge content areas. So that has been updated, and the exam itself consists of 200 multiple choice questions, and the score of 142 or higher is needed to pass the exam. All right, and updated certification management. So we've moved 100% online. So just for the recertification, for the process of beginning a certificate or certification, you can see everything online. It's completely transparent. And as I mentioned, we have those screen shares. So you will also receive your certification digitally. So no longer do you have to wait. You can receive it right then and there in CertiMe. You download it as a PDF. You can share it with your employers. You can download it and print it out and put it up on your wall. But now you do receive that certification digitally for ease of access and ease of shareability as well. So if you would like to see the new updated certification management page, feel free to scan this QR code here, and that will take you directly to the CertiMe website where you can begin the login process.
Thank you, Dr. Diaz-Morel, and I'm going to tell you what this means for Washington State gambling counselor applicants. Next slide. So those who are applying for the Washington State certification, who intend to take the gambling counselor exam, it is the same exam that she was just telling you about. It is owned by IGCCB, and they can still access that exam as they have previously, just through the new system she just told you about. In order to be able to enroll for the exam, even though you may not be planning to apply for the international level certification, though you can if you would like to, just notify ECPG when you're ready to take the exam, and ECPG will submit a letter on your behalf verifying that you are in fact a Washington State certified gambling counselor applicant, ready to take the exam, so you can go on and complete that enrollment process through their CertiMe platform. You will, of course, still need to pay the exam fee, but you wouldn't be paying the ICGC application fee, as you wouldn't be applying for that level of certification unless you'd like to go for both. Next slide, please. The new 2022 Washington State Certification Manual was just released. It comes with a few key changes, one of them being an outline of IGCCB's new exam changes, as well as the brand new addition of an exam alternative, which is a case conceptualization. So if you are applying to be a Washington State certified gambling counselor, you have two options. You can either take the exam as it's always been available, or do the case conceptualization option. It's up to you.
All right. So in addition, one new update that we would like to highlight is the International Gaming Disorder Certificate. So this is the first ever international certificate in gaming disorder. And the focus of the certificate is to increase the number of counselors and professionals that are able to address gaming disorders in your current role. So whether you're working in outreach or prevention or a clinical setting, this certificate includes 15 hours of training by an IGCCC approved provider, which of course Washington is. And it also includes best practices and evidence-based approaches that are emerging for the treatment of gaming and digital misuse. Now, this is a certificate, so no exam is currently required for the International Gaming Disorder Certificate. We are working on an update of the certificate. We are now looking towards the future and building a full certification. So the International Gaming Disorder Certification will include more information for providers. It'll have up-to-date evidence-informed approaches. It'll really focus on an international perspective and globalization. And there are two tracks for the certification. There's a prevention track and a clinical practice track. Now we're giving you a little bit of a glimpse into the soon-to-be future, as this is up and coming. So there is some exciting news around the corner for that.
And ECPG, in partnership with the Massachusetts Council on Gaming and Health and our other partners, continues to offer the Foundations in Gaming Disorder training. However, it also is getting a bit of a facelift or some additions made to it. It is IGCCB approved for the IGDC training requirement. It features national and global subject matter experts on gaming disorder. It has previously been 15 hours. It is now increasing to 30 hours. It has previously been offered via live webinar, and it is now converting to a fully self-directed, self-paced format. And this newest and next edition is tentatively coming this fall, 2022, and you can sign up on ECPG's training page to get notifications for this and all other upcoming training opportunities.
Wonderful. And so here is a contact information for IGCCB and of course as well for Evergreen. If you do have any questions, if you're interested in certifications, please feel free to contact the IGCCB at certifications@igccb.org. And here is also my personal information if you'd like to connect and discuss certification any further, or gaming as well.
Thank you very much. And same goes if you have any questions about the Washington State certification, just reach out, or any of the training opportunities. We're here to provide assistance. Thank you very much.